Hi there, my name is Andy Kubis. I'm the Executive Director of Learning and Teaching for the Bloomington Public Schools. I'm here with two of my colleagues to talk to you today about the three-component framework. If you recall, the three-component framework involves three different areas that come together to make sure that we're meeting the needs of all of our students. The first is the instruction, learning supports is the second, and then resource management is the third component, which supports instruction and learning supports to, again, make sure that we are meeting all of our kids' needs. In a traditional sense, the historical leadership structure looked like this. We had community services, academic services, and special education. And then we had human resources, finances, technology, and research and evaluation as support. The 7 of those areas made up our cabinet. Moving to the three-component framework, we take one representative from each of the 3 areas, learning supports, instruction, and management, and make strategic direction decisions as we move forward with their school district. For the instruction division, you see that academic services, special education, and community services fall into that circle. Our goal is to ensure that all students learn at high levels.
I'm John Weiser, Director of Technology and Information Services. As we've shifted our leadership structure to the three-component framework, the departments that support the learning process, human resources, finance and support services, technology and information services, and research evaluation and assessment, are now grouped into the resource management component. At the district level, this would be these 4 departments, and at the building level, this is primarily the principal and front office staff. Sites don't normally have resource management meetings. The goal of resource management at the district level and at sites is to prioritize resources to meet the district's strategic directions and to help drive improvement.
Hello, I'm Eric Melby, the Assistant Superintendent for the Bloomington Public Schools, here to take over the narration in this PowerPoint presentation for you. I apologize if my eyes dart down and around a little bit as I'm trying to make sure I'm talking about what I'm supposed to be talking about on this video. But I am going to take over at this point and talk about learning supports and then wrap up the presentation. Previously in Bloomington and probably currently in most districts in the state and likely around the country, learning supports is not well understood. It's the things we do to remove barriers for student learning. It's often sort of ad hoc around a district or cobbled together at a building level. Somebody goes to a conference and here's a great speaker or concept and brings it back to their building. It's not something that is often systematized in a district-wide way, which is what we endeavor to do here in Bloomington, and make sure that we're across the district taking care of barriers to learning for students, setting up programs like mental health supports for students, like things including clothing drives, winter coat drives, food support for families. Those are just a few of the things that we organize at a district level and into the buildings to support students and help break down barriers to learning. I'm proud of the work that we do in Bloomington. We've been at this for a few years now, and I think every year we make great progress in our learning supports component of the three-component framework. In this next slide, you'll notice that at the center of the Venn diagram between instruction, learning supports, and resource management is the PLT, which stands for Pathways Leadership Team. That is our district version of your building leadership team, or BLT. We meet on a regular basis. We, being the team, is myself, representing learning supports, Andy Kubis, Jennifer McIntyre, and Tamara Sieve representing the instruction component, and John Weiser represents the resource management component. Much like your building leadership team, we take a look at what's happening in the district, and at buildings, we attempt to work together to create solutions to making sure that our students are meeting their milestone metrics on our pathways to career and college. And if you can see over my shoulder, I have that graphic. My large head is blocking it most of the time, but you'll see these posters around your buildings and around the district. And really, they're a visual representation of our strategic plan, making sure that all students leave us at the end of their time with Bloomington Public Schools prepared and ready for a career or college that will lead the building level, you've got the same thing. You've got an instructional component, a learning supports component, and a resource management component. You're meeting regularly as a building leadership team, or BLT. Those teams should be and need to be small, agile, able to have conversations and react to needs of a building, bring some of those needs back to us at the district level through our monthly district instructional team DIP meetings or district learning support DLS meetings, so that we can work with you and team up with you to address issues that go across the district, whether they be in instruction or learning supports, and making sure we've got the resource management component to back that up. So at the elementary level, the principal at all levels, actually, I should point out, is the resource management person at these meetings. The principals come to their own district supervisory meeting once a month, which is a kind of parallel meeting to the DIT and the DLS meeting. At the elementary level, other than the principal and the resource management component, you should try to keep it to about 3 other folks on that team, teacher leaders representing instruction and learning supports. Sorry for my stumbling over my words. At the middle school, probably 4 other teacher leaders serving on that team, and at the high school level, up to 7 other teacher leaders serving on that team, just based on the size of the buildings. So, as a recap, 3-component framework, Bloomington. Number 1, we want to have an instruction component that delivers instruction through an innovative and integrated system designed to support transitions and help all learners so they are career and college ready. I'm reading off the slide, I realize that, but these are exactly what is on our district strategic plan. Good for you all to be aware of that. Under the learning supports, number 2, develop learning supports that are innovative and facilitate problem solving to remove barriers so students can access their educational pathway. We continually improve the job we're doing at that, and I thank you in the buildings for the hard work you do, giving learning supports the attention it deserves. We all know that we can have the greatest instructional component in the world, and if kids come not ready to learn, it's not going to matter. So thank you for your work on that. And in terms of resource management, we want to ensure that resource management is prioritized to meet the district's strategic directions. I hope this short PowerPoint and video show has reinforced or helped align your thinking at the building level. And always do not hesitate to contact any of us, John, Andy, or myself, for thoughts, guidance. Invite us to a building leadership team meeting. We all need to work together. One of our core values in Bloomington is teamwork, so let's be great teammates, work together through the 3-component framework, and get our kids on a pathway to career and college success. Thank you.